Today on Rappler. Photos obtained by Rappler show the woman at the center of the alleged pork barrel scam parties with lawmakers. A survey shows President Aquino gets a barely passing grade in reducing poverty.
We are looking at TV white space.
And Science and Technology Secretary Montejo projects 99% connectivity nationwide by 2015.
Hello, I'm Natasha Gutierrez sitting in for Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. Photos obtained by Rappler show the woman at the center of the alleged pork barrel scam parties with lawmakers, indicating she's more than an acquaintance to them. In the photos, businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles, owner of the JLN group of companies, attends a party apparently hosted by Senator Jinggoy Estrada. A smiling Napoles is seen table hopping and posing for the cameras. One of the photos shows two of Estrada's friends, Senator Bong Revilla and actor Philip Salvador, posing with Napoles. Estrada and Revilla are among 28 lawmakers tagged by whistleblowers as sources of the Priority Development Assistance Fund, or Pork Barrel, released to Napoles' fake non-governmental organizations. The witnesses say they got pork barrel from the lawmakers in exchange for lawmakers getting commissions. Reports of the commission and audit appear to back up these claims. COA notes many of the NGOs that received pork barrel failed to submit their list of beneficiaries. The National Bureau of Investigation is now probing the allegations. Malacanang vows to spare no one in the probe after 15 administration lawmakers are also linked to the scam. On Monday, Estrada admits knowing Napoles through a friend. In an ABS-CBN report, lawyer Bruce Rivera says Napoles is, quote, not personally acquainted with any of the lawmakers. Rivera also acknowledges there may have been occasions that Napoles had her photo taken with some lawmakers, but only for the sake of photo opportunities. A new survey shows President Benigno Aquino gets a barely passing grade of 75% for his efforts in reducing poverty. In a Pulse Asia survey released Thursday, only 3% of respondents give the president a 100% rating on reducing poverty, while 24% say Aquino completely failed. The rest of the respondents give Aquino a grade of barely passing, good, or very good. The president gets the best score, 80% or good, for managing the economy, with 5% giving Aquino a perfect score. The survey asks respondents to grade the president's performance on 11 national issues. He gets a passing grade in all, but receives the lowest score on poverty reduction. The Senate will cut down funding for oversight committees as a short-term solution while they file bills to remove redundant panels created by law. Oversight committees are special panels that monitor the implementation of specific laws. Senate President pro tempore Ralph Rectos says the Senate may fund only 20 or 24 out of 35 oversight committees. Rectos says it is hard to immediately abolish them. You have to pass these laws, taking away the oversight committees. Rectos says having only 24 oversight committees is enough, with each senator heading one. He adds the budget for the oversight committees will be made equal. The current panels have budgets ranging from 5 million to 37.879 million pesos. Rectos says the objective is to lower the Senate's budget after the chamber recently drew criticism for the Senate fund controversy and the alleged multi-billion peso pork barrel scam. Senate sources earlier told Rappler oversight committees are only necessary for landmark laws or highly technical measures. Science and Technology Secretary Mario Montejo discusses the department's flood control projects and bringing government services to rural areas. Montejo says the government's early warning system, Project NOAA, is designed to show simulations in flood-prone areas. The project came about after Typhoon Sendong battered Mindanao in 2011.
It's sometimes very hard to appreciate weather forecast, the public, to appreciate what it can do.
Yes.
But if it is in the form of inundation maps, visual,
Yes, yes.
they can now really appreciate what will happen. So what Project NOAA would be presenting is, let's say, 6 hours from now, assuming there might be a flood events, we will show the area where the flood, where there will be flooding, even the depth, of course, to a certain range. But
yes.
people can now appreciate the flood, not just by saying flood, but saying where the flood will be.
Yes.
Example, what will happen if another Pablo will occur in Compostela?
Correct.
And we made some simulation, and what will happen? I mean, hopefully it will not happen. But anyway, it clearly shows the areas wherein it would be safe if another Pablo will happen.
Monteo says the department also wants to improve connectivity to provide government services to rural areas.
We are looking at TB-wide space. This is a very cost-effective being able to reach out to the unserved or underserved areas who doesn't have connectivity.
100% in connectivity by 2015, 2016.
Let's say 99, and all other government service can be made available because of this improvement of connectivity. And we're talking nationwide.
Budget Secretary Butch Abad says the government's budget for 2014 focuses on continuing the growth of the economy. The 2.268 trillion peso proposed budget is 13.06% higher than this year's budget allocation. In 2013, the government initiated a bottom-up budget approach involving local government units and communities in drafting their projects and programs. Abad says it's too early to evaluate the success of the approach.
It's still early to make any conclusions about it, but it's certainly creating a lot of excitement on the ground, because the idea of bottom-up budgeting is really to promote genuine devolution, particularly in the way the government prepares its budget, especially the social services part of the budget. And we thought that it was a good idea to start a process where the budget preparation also can proceed from the ground.
For 2014, Abad says the government plans to focus on social services and continuing the growth of the economy.
We have chosen industries and social services that focus on very specific sectors and geographical areas where the incidence of poverty is high, or the magnitude of poor households is high, so that truly you can achieve continuing expansion of the economy, but at the same time impacting on the problem of joblessness.
12 songs stand out at the Philpop Music Festival, a competition that showcases Filipino songwriting talent. Pia Renada reports.
This is Philpop Music Festival 2013.
In music-loving Philippines, singers claim the spotlight. But with the second Philpop Music Festival, songwriters take center stage. From over 3,000 entries come the 12 finalists. Their songs are interpreted by artists Karil,
Di ko alam kung paano sasabihin sa'yo.
Christian Bautista,
Sabihin man nilang ika'y hindi nararapat.
and Yael Yuzon of Sponge Cola.
Huli na ng naisip ko.
The songs range from the danceable and comic Ascal, written by Danny Brown and performed by Jose and Wally, to the heartbreaking and slightly morbid Sana Pinatay Mo Na Lang Ako by Myers Apasible, performed by Kimpoy Feliciano.
Sana pinatay mo na lang ako.
Hosts Augie Alcacid and Jasmine Curtis Smith entertain the audience with jokes and even beatboxing.
Sa'yo na ang lahat.
An all-star performance by the Ryan Kayabyab Singers, Regine Velasquez, Martin Rivera, Augie Alcacid, and Charisse bring the house down.
Ikaw, sana naman ako'y pakinggan.
A CD album of the 12 finalist songs is available in music stores nationwide. Next level, the 5 finalists. Second runner-up goes to Junji Marcelo for his jazzy song about waiting, Pansamantagal, performed by City and Julian Taroja.
Ikot ng relo, segundo, minuto.
Jonoy Danao's love song Kung Di Man is first runner-up, with Nede Makulangan interpreting.
Aking bibig, basahin mo.
The grand prize of 1 million pesos goes to Thyro Alfaro and Yumi Laksamana's Ode to First Love, Dati, performed by Sam Concepcion and Tipi Dos Santos.
Lagi ka sa amin, dumediretso ka kami. Magkakaroon ng tao-tao, piso-pisong nabibig.
P. Renada, Rappler, Manila.
Let's now look at Rappler's Rap for Today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 2, a train derails in northwestern Spain Wednesday, killing at least 78 passengers and injuring more than 100. Disaster strikes as the train was about to enter Santiago de Compostela station in the northwestern region of Galicia. The accident happens on a stretch of high-speed track about 4 kilometers from the main train station in Santiago de Compostela, destination of the famous El Camino de Santiago pilgrimage. At number 3, Chinese news agency Xinhua reports politician Bo Xilai is indicted for bribery, corruption, and abuse of power. The former party chief of the city of Chongqing has not been seen in public for more than a year since the controversy was exposed. Bo is accused of accepting massive bribes and bending the law following his wife's conviction for the murder of a British business associate. The scandal comes ahead of a leadership transition last November. Bo had been considered a candidate for the Politburo Standing Committee. At number 4, the U.S. House of Representatives rejects a move to cut funding to National Security Agency programs that scoop up telephone data on millions of Americans. The White House and several key members of Congress reject the legislation introduced by Michigan Republican Justin Amash, but it forces lawmakers to go on record on a sensitive security issue. The debate revolves around whether the NSA program breaches constitutional protections against unreasonable search and seizure. At number 6, Pope Francis warns Catholics against ephemeral idols like money at his first public mass in his native Latin America, as huge crowds line the streets to cheer him. More than 200,000 pilgrims brave cold rain to welcome the Pope as he enters the Basilica of the Shrine of Our Lady of Aparecida in Sao Paulo. In his homily, Pope Francis urges parents and educators to teach young people values that can, quote, help them build a nation and a world which are more just, united, and fraternal. And at number 8, Prince William and his wife Kate named their newborn son George Alexander Louis. Kensington Palace announces the royal baby will be known as His Royal Highness Prince George of Cambridge. The name pays tribute to Queen Elizabeth II's father, King George VI. Earlier, the 87-year-old Queen visited Kensington Palace to visit her new great-grandson. Prince George of Cambridge is third in line to the British throne. He will be George VII whenever he becomes king. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Apple beats Wall Street earnings expectations thanks to strong sales of iPhones. The California tech giant reports revenues of $35.3 billion in the quarter ending June 30, powered by sales of 31.2 million iPhones. But the quarterly data shows iPad sales down at 14.6 million, compared with 17 million in the same period a year ago. Apple is poised to release new versions of its operating systems for mobile devices and Mac computers. Rumors of new Apple products include an iWatch wrist computer, an improved Apple TV, and lower-priced version of iPhone. The company is expected to roll out smartphones and tablets with bigger screens, in a move analysts say is an attempt to catch up with the trend set by its major rival Samsung. NBA stars can't seem to get enough of the Philippines. Just 2 days after a visit from LeBron James, the country hosts 2 young stars for the NBA 3X event. Shooting guards James Harden and Eric Gordon arrive in Manila Thursday for the NBA 3X event at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. The NBA 3X is a 3-on-3 tournament for teenagers hosted by NBA Philippines. This is not Harden's only visit in the Philippines in 2013. He will be back in October together with his team Houston Rockets to play a preseason game against the Indiana Pacers at the Mall of Asia Arena.
No, we're just excited to be coming over here to play a game, to give you guys a show and give an opportunity so you guys can see us firsthand. So.
Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories with the most clicks. Let's check out today's mood navigator. As we can see, several different colors today. Over here, to the left, a green circle. 69% of people feel happy about the Chief Justice taking up cudgels for the RH law, while 26% of people feel angry. Over to the right, the only blue circle as a story from today is the Pugad Baboy comic strip of today called Overactors. This has 54% of people feeling amused and 22% of people feeling happy. And over to the right, another green circle. This is a story on how Manila started its ban on buses without terminals. This has 64% of people feeling happy, but 25% of readers feeling annoyed. All this contribute to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. That's Rappler's newscast for today, Thursday, July 25, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch your newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel in our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Natasha Gutierrez. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.